Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and it is week 1 of the June virtual coffee and a card class. And what I'm using this month is the Berry Blessings paper that was free with a $120 purchase back in celebration time. And I'm using the Sweet Strawberry bundle. And as far as the timing as that goes, it's perfect because the Sweet Strawberry bundle is back in stock, both in Europe and in North America, which means you can order it again. I love this set. And while I did design the cards to use only the paper, yeah, so I'm really happy about that. And I'm sorry for the first bungled effort. Yeah, it's all going well, says Gerard, so that's amazing. And I'm hoping that it stays well. I'm cooling my laptop. I have it directly plugged into the Wi-Fi, into the whatever, it's not Wi-Fi, but you know what I mean, or maybe some of you know what I mean, into the internet connection. So that's all good. And what happened the first time around is for those of you watching on YouTube, I'm so sorry. What happened was it went fine on YouTube, but it chose to go to my personal page on Facebook. And then when I noticed that, I changed it, but ManyCam did not change along with me to change it to the right Facebook location. So then I had to quit and start again. So if anything we've learned about this whole nightmare of an experience is that you never give up. And I have to give this man has to come in here, and
well, we had to change devices because this laptop wasn't working properly, and we found out it was overheating, and so right now we have a laptop to loan, so we have to set it up. We had to start from scratch basically.
And then the problem was that ManyCam said I had too many devices logged in. I wasn't allowed to have any more. And I was just so frustrated. I said, that's it. I closed the laptop, walked away. And Gerard says, you know what? I'm not going to be able to sleep if I don't get this fixed for you. And he kept working at it, and he got it fixed. So that's great. But anyway, you didn't come in here to hear the whole story of everything. So I am going to switch it to this page here.
And you can see the beautiful paper. Now I did use the paper for this card here.
Take it away, lady.
See this up. I'm going to just zoom in
a little bit here.
There. So we're going to start with these little flowers here, and they came out of this beautiful paper. So what I'm going to do is show you a little trick, because I have 2 of them punched out. This is the punch, okay, and then this is the paper. But the problem is, take a look. So you hold your punch upside down, and then I want this blue flower. So let's see what happens. So if I go in like that, I will get my blue flower, but I'll ruin this strawberry and I'll ruin this leaf. And I don't want to do that. So now the problem is I am hearing myself on the laptop, and I don't like that. So I'm going to try to turn the volume down on this thing, and let me see if that works. Now, can you guys still hear me? I think you can. Okay, good. I see the microphone going. I'm just going to grab my other laptop so I can see any comments that are coming in, because my dear man did leave me, but I need to see this. Okay, yes, I see the subtitles going, so that means it's good. All right. I'm getting a little bit paranoid of checking to making sure that everything is working properly. So I think it is. Let's have a look. Yes. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So the trick is I want to be able to cut out that blue flower without ruining the leaf and the strawberry around it. So what I'm doing is I'm going to just cut like so. Yeah.
You have 2 microphones going on.
I just turned it off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now I have this little piece of paper, and I'm going to create a handle with a sticky note. So I'm going to hold on to it like that. There. Isn't it wonderful? Yeah. And then I can do this. See? And then I haven't ruined my strawberry or my leaf. And I do have all the flowers that I need. Okay. So I did get a little bit ahead of myself on that, but I'm going to do it anyway. So here I have my little square. This is a 2-inch. No, I'm lying to you. Let's have a look. See, it's not 2 inches. This one's 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, and I'm going to use this stamp set here. It's called Inspired Thoughts. And which one did I want? Thinking of you on your special day. Okay. And Let's have a look, see. There it is. Okay, and now we're going to put it on a block. Now, sometimes I use my Stamparatus, but today I am going to wing it. And I want to use my Garden Green, is the ink pad that I wanted. Oh yeah, I see my Garden Green. You could also use these colors. They also fit with it. But I'm going to use Garden Green. But those colors are all in the paper. And our paper packs on the back of the packaging that it comes in, it will tell you the colors that are used. Okay. Oh my goodness, guys, you know what? This is really not good. I have a drippy nose today. That's not good. You know, normally we don't think about that at all as being a problem. I'm just going to stand above it a little bit. But with COVID, well, it's not perfect, but you know what? I'll flip it. Paper has two sides. And then I'm just going to take it out of there so that you guys, that I can see it properly. There, that's better. There. So just pretend you saw me do that. Now, because this one is on top, I can use a glue dot, but normally for all the layers, it's important to have it really flat. Okay, but the top layer, it's going to be okay. I'm going to close this Garden Green ink pad and grab my other little flowers. And we're just going to put them on. So I've got my glue dots, and you can maybe not see them. Press it on hard. Give it a nice push. And then one on that side. Pull that back. The next one on the other side. And then the blue one is going to go, the dark blue one is going to go in the middle. And then the next thing I want to show you is that one's going to go here. And then always tear this piece off so that your last glue dot is covered. And that way, when you put them in the box, you don't have glue dots sticking out, sticking to your box. Okay, that's super important. All right, so that's that one. So now we're going to get to the guts of the card. The card base is, I have to think hard, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay. Then I have a layer that I have put through the what's it called? The I'm trying to think. Brush strokes or painted textures. That's what it's called. Painted textures embossing folder. So that can go on flat. We can do that. And I think I might have cut this piece crooked a bit, but that's okay. We're going to adhere that. We'll do that right away. And if you bought this kit with me, then you have all these pieces ready to go. So if you want to, you can make the card as I make it, but if I were you, I would wait to make sure I don't mess up and then make it later. There. So I have that one on there. And then I have a piece that goes about, this one is 3/4 inches by 4 inches, and it's going to go up about, let me measure this to make sure I have it right, because this is important. You want it a 1 1/4 inches from the bottom. So 1 1/4, I'm going to make a little mark here, right in here. Okay. So 1 1/4 from the bottom. And the other thing is you only want the adhesive to go on either side. So what I'm doing is I'm going to use my tear and tape. You could use fast fuse for sure. Maybe I will. You know what? I will. I'm feeling a little bit like I don't want to do that extra step of taking the backing off. So just take fast fuse, and I've put it on my silicone mat so that the extra will just go on the mat and not on my paper. I'm doing 2 little pieces across. Okay, and then this whole open spot is empty. So I'm just going to cover up that little paint, that little pen mark there. So now it's attached here and it's open underneath. See, like this. That's important. So then the next thing we're going to do is we've got a piece of heavy duty, thick white cardstock. It's 9 inches by 2 inches. And now we need our paper trimmer. One sec. And we're going to make some score marks on this thing. Okay, and the scoring is going to take place at, I've got a little cheat sheet here, 2 inches. So you can write this down, 2 inches, 2 3/4 inches, 3 1/2 inches, and 4 1/4 inches. So basically it's every 3/4 of an inch. Okay. And then it's going to go like this. And now on the back part, we're going to use a punch. Remove that out of the way. And I'm going to actually hold this punch upside down. It's this punch here. I don't even know what it's called. I think it's called an elegant tag topper punch. And I'm going to hold it upside down. I'm going to put this in like that, but I only want to cut off a little bit. And you know what? It's a bit wide. I usually go a smidge narrower than 2 inches, but I didn't. So now I'm just going to pull this out a little bit because I only want to cut off as little as possible of this. There. Okay. And now what it's done is I've got a cute bottom for my pole, and then I can put my ribbon in there. So I use the Playful Pets ribbon, and I'm going to do it right now so that you guys can see it right away, and I won't forget. Okay, I'm just going to put that through here, through the hole. And I'm just going to tie it in a knot. Although there's another way to do it. Maybe I'll do it the other way. We'll cut it. Then I have the right length, you see? There. Oh, I have a feeling that Gerard is going to start cutting the grass. I really, really, really hope he doesn't. I think he won't. Here. So I've got this like that. I've got a loop, and I'm going to feed these little strings through. And here we go. You know what? I kind of did it backwards. I should have done it the other way. See how now it's not pretty? I want the loop to go the other way, so I'm going to feed it in like this from the bottom, from the top, I mean, there. And that way, sorry, that wasn't a great explanation, and you're seeing my fingers fumble all over the place, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. There. See, now you see that loop going across, and then you can trim it. It's too long. So there we go. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp our inside, okay? So in the middle, so here is the actual sweet strawberry set that I should have showed you right from the beginning, but I didn't. So I want to say, just for you, because I don't know who this is going to be for. I don't really know. It says thinking of you on your special day, so it could be for any reason. I'm trying to keep it, you know, kind of neutral. And then I did cut a strawberry out of the thing for my kit because I'm assuming that people don't have the stamp. But for this one, I'm actually going to stamp the strawberry, I think. Okay, so here I have the just for you. I'm looking for a block. I've covered it with my paper. Yeah. Do you guys keep your stamping area really nice and neat? I wish I could say I did, but I don't. I think I want Poppy Parade. So here we go. It's 26 degrees in Holland, which is quite incredible. Just for you. And I should have maybe done it in green, but I didn't. I did it in red. Oh well. You know what? Maybe I'll do a flower instead of a berry. Yeah. I am. I'm going to do a flower because I can. I get to be the boss here. And that way, yeah, it's going to be red as well. It's not going to be as pretty as my other card. I'll show you in a minute what I did. But that's cute too. It's going to be okay. You know, let me show you what I did on this card. Here, take a peek. So this is how the waterfall card works. And see, I did the strawberry and I did green. Yeah, and I did just for you. Oh well, that's okay. So that's the inside, and maybe I'll add some more stuff to it later. And now I have a little thing I want to show you. Here it is. So here is that's where all the lines are. You want to put your first one that's on top there, and the fourth one is going to be the one that you see at the very end. So what I'm going to do is I have 4 squares of green. Let's see, and a leaf that's hiding. So I have 4 squares of green. I'm going to put this on the first square, like this. Okay? And no one's going to see that I have stamping on the back of it. And I have to say, you know, when you start doing a live video, and when you start off and there's stuff going wrong, it does rattle your cage a little bit. And it takes you a little while before you get into the groove of how things are supposed to look and that you start feeling good about it. I have to say that I feel a little bit like when I first was a demonstrator and then you do a workshop and you're so nervous. And then even though I've been a demo for so many years, that when you start doing something new like this mini cam and yeah. So the green is 2 by 2. The white is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And then this red gingham, which is part of the Berry Blessings paper, is 1.5 by 1.5. Now, doesn't it look nice? It reminds me of a spring picnic, and I love it so much. These cards just were such a delight to design, and I was so excited to share them with you. So if you have this paper that you have been saving from Celebration, and you want to make these cards, and you don't feel like taking all these notes and figuring it out, I do have a tutorial, and the tutorial is only $15, but you can get it for free if you sign up for my virtual coffee and a card for next month, which is going to feature the You're a Peach suite. So there's 2 ways to get it, and I thought that was kind of cool. Always trying to invent as I go. So here is the leaf that I punched out of that cute paper. Isn't that cool? Now here it is in garden green, and that looks nice too, but I like the fresh color of this one as well. So now remember, you want all your pieces to be nice and flat, like really well adhered, otherwise they catch when they flip around. So I've got tape everywhere on this little leaf, and it's going to go like so. So that's number 1, that's number 2, and then take a look. Number 3 is just for you. So now, since I have just for you in the inside, I'm going to stamp something else here, and we'll do it in garden green, and I'm going to do hello there on that one. So I'm not saying the same thing twice, because that would be kind of silly, wouldn't it? So here we go. 1, 2. Is it still going okay, Gerard? Oh, I really hope it's not double sound anymore, guys. Oh, maybe. Well, are there any comments on there? Here. So I'm going to stamp hello there on here. And then I am going to cut out, see here I have my extra paper, and I want to just cut out a couple of the berries. And so we'll do that. I save every scrap of this paper because it's so pretty. Are my words still coming up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. That means my sound is working. Oh, hello, Donna. Hello, Janet. Oh, hi, Pam. Or Pamela. I shouldn't assume that you go by Pam. I know. Sometimes the names that we use on our Facebook profile page are not the names that we necessarily go by. I have to start thinking about how I'm going to change my name. My watermark says Jackie Bolcha, and I'm thinking, how am I going to fit Jackie Vandersar on there? Or I'm going to keep my maiden name too, so it's going to be Jackie Boot Vandersar, Jackie Vandersar. I have no idea. Maybe I'll just go by Jacomina. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Then I don't have to think about anything. All these things to think of. And you know what? A lot of Dutch people have been asking me. They don't understand that I've kept my married name for this long. They said, well, when you divorced, as soon as you decided to get separated, why did you keep that name? And I said, well, in Canada, it's not that simple. I could have changed my name, but I probably would have had to pay for it, and I'm cheap. And the other thing is, it's such a hassle. I'd have to change my license, my passport, everything, credit cards. I thought, no, I can't be bothered to do that. Okay, so this is going to go on here. See how pretty? It's looking good, isn't it? Yeah. You know what? I did this card in a total squirrel fashion. You know, it's when I write my tutorials, then you get it really concise and everything is in the right order, and it's really easy to follow. I should have shared all the dimensions with you first, but you know what? We're going to make it. It's going to be okay. Okay, and the last one is just this pretty paper. So 1.5 by 1.5. And we're going to put that on the white. See, this is the other side. Isn't that pretty too? Yeah. It's still double audio? Oh, guys, you know what? I don't know. It just seems to be, there's just, if there isn't one problem, there's another problem. And yeah, sometimes it just makes me want to like take a year off. You know, I don't think you guys want to hear about that.
You're stepping in a cave, more or less. It's a little bit. Now, just keep going.
I guess I should maybe have turned the sound off on my phone and kept it on the laptop. Maybe it's the sound of the laptop. I don't know.
Well, the cooling works.
Yeah, it's not
ice packs. So
yeah, so okay. Now we come to, we're going to put all the pieces on here. So we're going to start at the bottom. This is the last one, and it's going to go straight on here. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to put it on this mat. And I want to fold it a little bit. So we're going to fold and score. And you know what? I don't see my bone folder anyway. Of course I don't. I'm going to use a block. That works. All right, so give it a crisp score on every fold. There. And as you're giving these folds, you want to make sure that your edges are all perfectly straight too. Because if it's out of whack, it's not going to go well. All right, so I've got my silicone mat, and I'm going to put this on here. Hi, Elfie. Hi, Marina. All right. You guys have to tell me on a scale of 1 to 10 how bad this is, okay? What's your experience like? Yeah, I did. I did completely. Oh, you know what? I thought I did. There.
Oh, see?
Okay, how's that? Is that better? I don't know how far we're into this. I thought I did mute it, and I swear my devices have a mind of their own. Okay, so the next one is going to go on here, and you have to be really careful that you're only putting your adhesive on there. You don't want it going over.
Hey, tell me close. You're. Oh no, this is improvising. Marina said nee.
Okay, but it's you'll find that when you're watching on Facebook, like when I'm doing it in here, there's probably a 15-20 second delay. So after I turned my secondary sound off, you might have had to wait a little bit. And if that didn't work, then honestly, I don't know. Okay, still an echo. Well, you know, that's the one thing that makes me want to go home, because I thought I had it pretty well figured out there.
You say everything's better in Canada.
No, that's not true. No. But, yeah. You know, there's only so much frustration a squirrel can take when it comes to technology. Yeah. Okay, well, here, there we go. So now we have them all lined up. Okay, so now what we're going to do, this is the part where I really have to think hard, okay, because this squirrel is not a logical person. So let me have a look, see. This goes like that. And, okay, so this goes underneath here. And then this part has to go like that. Okay, so, and I'm wondering, I don't know if it's because, I have no idea, guys. Yeah, okay. All right, so now I'm going to make a little mark. It has to go in between here and here. So now I'm going to put some very careful adhesive in there. And across. Oh, it didn't work on that side. Okay, let me carefully turn it around and go like this. Okay, and now look at this. This is when the magic comes. So I've got that part underneath. I want to make sure it's squared up. And then I'm going to lay this on top. And then I'm praying that it works. If it doesn't work, then it's definitely time for me to have a sabbatical. Let's have a look, guys. Ready? Yay!
Something went right.
You guys might have had to listen to two double speakers or whatever, but this card is freaking amazing.
All right.
You got two pencil hammers for the price of one.
Yeah.
So now I have some gems here. Now, if you got the package, poor Yvonne was making the packages for me and she didn't have these. So you probably got some rhinestones and they're really pretty too. These are clear epoxy gems, I believe they're called. And oh, that's not good. That thing just went flying. It's hiding. I'll find it later. There. So we're just going to put them in the middle of the flowers and it just adds a really nice little pop. There. So on YouTube, you will find in the description, if you click on show more, there'll be a list of the products. And if you live in Canada, you can order them through me. But if you don't live in Canada, you can still get my tutorials on my blog, okay, thepamperedstamper.com. And I'm hoping that next week I will have it figured out. Guess what? Next week is my birthday. All right, now let's have a look, see. I'm going to show you guys the cards that are happening for the next 4 weeks, okay? And I think I have 2 kits left. So if you still want a kit mailed to you, you won't get them on time to make them with me live, but you will be able to make them. So they're $25. They'll have everything in it that you need except for I'm not allowed to include stamp images. So this is what's called a joy fold card. So this goes like that, and it opens up. Isn't that so cute? Yeah. There, and then, oops, it goes like this, and then it just tucks underneath that circle. How cute is that? It's all that pretty paper. Then we have, this one is a Z fold card. And this one is a pocket fold card. See? Cute, hey? And then this one just has lots of different layers to it. Isn't that so cute? I love the colors of this, and I love blueberries. If you've never picked blueberries, got to do it sometime in your life, because a picked blueberry is way, way better than, I'm just going to switch this here. So I don't know how the sound is going for you guys, and I do apologize for a less than professional video, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Eventually, I will perfect every little bit of this. I am quite competitive, so that is my goal, and Gerard is very patient and kind, and he's pretty tech savvy for the most part too, so together we'll figure this out. So next Tuesday, I'll be doing this, and it's my birthday. So I'm going to be turning 54. So you know what? For an old dinosaur in technology, I think I'm doing okay. I was so proud that I figured out Minicam, because it is not user-friendly, but it is so nice to be able to publish to YouTube and to Facebook at the same time. That's great, and it's also wonderful to have picture-in-picture so that you can still see me while I'm creating. I love that. Yeah, there's some things that I don't like, and the one thing I haven't figured out yet is that sometimes the sound is bang on perfect. There's absolutely no echo, and sometimes there's no sound at all. And now this time it sounds like there's a double sound. So yeah,
we're making progress.
We are making progress, and you have no idea how grateful I truly am that you stick with me and that you don't give me thumbs down on YouTube. I mean, really, I'm grateful for the love. So I'm looking forward to seeing you next week with the next card in this series, and I hope that if you got your kits that you're happy, that you feel like you've gotten great value. Okay? Have a super day, and thanks for being here. Bye.